Hello everyone, Dopamine here, and today is the 4th episode of Dopamine's Rengar Academy, how to play Rengar like a challenger. We're learning about early game pathing. This guide will give you multiple options to choose from in the early game. But you should know that you should never use the same pathing every game and you should always adapt to the situation. Jungle tracking is essential to choosing the right path early game, and I will make a guide later on jungle tracking. Also, other helpful things are watching the minimap a lot, watching the lanes a lot, watching who has prio, and watching if you see the enemy ganking, watching his HP, his cooldowns, his summoners, and counting CS. I tried to give you the clears that I use mostly. I didn't include the bot side clear into Invade because I don't use it a lot. The first option you have level 1 is the late Invade. So you can buy a red trinket, wait for 123 or 125 and invade their red from the pixel bush. Make sure to pop red trinket to spot any wards that might be there. Also, if a fight intrudes and people kite back, make sure to play the fight slow, never jump in 1v3 and wait for them to engage red again before going in. Getting 4 stacks in those fights is key to success because of the massive power spike it gives in a fight. Generally speaking, the team that has their jungler die first or the team that tanks red loses the level 1 fight. If the late invade goes well, you should look to either get a transition gank mid and secure your own red, or if you got a lot of gold, just recall and buy double longsword and then secure your red and secure double scuttle. Keep in mind that the enemy jungler's pathing is gonna be very predictable after a late invade. They're gonna go for their whole blue side and then into the nearest scuttle, or for a full clear into the other scuttle. So you can easily try and double scuttle them if they don't choose your red, which is why you go straight for your red after going for their red. Another clear that I like to do against predictable junglers that clear either slowly or that clear more than 3 camps on their first clear is the triple buff. This clear is cheesy. You go red, blue, their red and kill them on their red. Make sure to hit the raptors and drag them as far as possible to keep your stacks between the red and the blue buff. It's even better if you can ask your mid laner for a ward on raptors so you can be sure of what pathing they're taking. Here I don't get the ward on raptors, so I get surprised by the weird Olaf clear, but I still manage to come out on top. This clear is the triple camp that you use for early impact, when you're stronger than the enemy jungler or you feel like you're gonna get a free gank early on. It's pretty straightforward. You do red into blue into Gromp, and then go either bot or mid to gank or counter gank. It's really effective against Shaco, Elise, Lee Sin, Pantheon and other early game ganking junglers when you're stronger 2v2 or 3v3. It's also very good when you just want to get an early gank going because you feel like the enemy is gonna overextend for no reason. Here, in this particular example, I saw that the Poppy didn't ward and I knew that this was her ward timing, so I just waited for her in the bush. You should always adapt your pathing based on your jungle tracking, and that's what you're about to see. As I said, you should always adapt to what is happening to your game. This is a perfect example. I started going for a triple camp into invade Olaf, but I realized that Olaf started red, so instead, I improvise. This clear is actually pretty good if you wanna start on your red, and then full clear and contest the same scuttle as the side of your red. The full clear is the favorite clear of most Rengar mains, but in my opinion you shouldn't do it every game. I only full clear when I don't know what the enemy jungler is gonna do, or when I know that we're gonna meet on the scuttle and I wanna contest him there, or when I know that I wanna be level 4 and he clears slower than me, so we can have a fight after. Most of the games you should focus on securing at least one scuttle, and if possible using the tempo from the first scuttle to get a double scuttle. Once again, jungle tracking goes a long way in planning your next move. As you can see here, I'm tracking the Zyra and force a favorable fight. Those are not all the clears you can do on Rengar, but it's up to you to be creative. Don't forget to like, subscribe, notification bell, or even come check out my Twitch and watch me live.